very astonished, and I think it's a perfect sustain your bus rapid transport system. I wish that we can have something also in Germany at our home. And another thing, people in Gujarat and in Ahmedabad are very disciplined. This was my impression. And so let me say, just one sentence, I think Gujarat is the Switzerland of India, the Switzerland of Asia.
For you. You know, when you came?
Last Friday. Yeah.
So you must have visited so many places?
So we went to...
How is it? It's a dedicated road. How is it useful? In Gujarat, one very good event is going to start, but I don't think you have a time or not. It's a 8-9 hour journey. The border of Gujarat and the Gujarat and Pakistan border, we have a desert, run of Kutch. And we are only a state where we have a white desert. And there we are organizing a full moon night desert festival. It's a unique festival. Well, I do not know whether you have a time or not.
I don't this time, but it's every year we do this?
Yeah, you can organize it. Every year.
Indians here in India and as well in Germany told us that they hope that you will win the elections next year. And my question is, first, what's the main challenge for India in the coming years? And what will you do, or what will be the top priority of your policy?
Policy paralysis. Our federal government is in such a shape, they are not taking any initiative, they don't take any decision. And because of this reason, we are facing a lot of problems. You see, we have a 20,000 megawatt power projects which are locked nowadays. The reason, they don't have a fuel. And because of that reason, we are facing an energy shortage. Because of energy shortage, the industries are closed. Industries are closed because of that reason, unemployment is there. And that's why the whole growth story has got down. So it will be ahead. The whole world is looking at India. 21st century, of Asia century, people used to say. If we need Asia century there, then who will lead, whether China or India? We have two extra benefits. One, we are a democratic country.
Yes.
The whole globe has a faith in democracy. Another thing, we are young in the world. Our 65% population is below 35. So we are youngest in the world. So we have a demographic dividend. These are two things. If we can focus on these two areas, I'm sure that we will achieve so many things within 5 years.
Okay, next question. How can we further improve our relations between India and Germany?
Germany has taken a very good initiative in a renewable energy, rooftop solar system. Gujarat is a state, we are leading in solar energy in India, in Asia even. We have a very huge solar park. I want to convert this Gandhi, our state capital, into the solar city. And Germany can do a lot of things with Gujarat, because you are leading in that area. The second thing is, we do believe in a holistic healthcare, whereas Germany is also believe in a holistic healthcare. The homeopathy medicine, Germany is a founder, whereas Ayurveda, we are founder. In Gujarat, we have a Ayurveda university, which promotes the holistic healthcare, the herbal medicines and all. Nowadays, there are so many colleges in Germany, they are working with our Ayurveda university and how to promote herbal medicine in Germany, we are trying our level best how to promote homeopathy in India. So you can see, we both can help each other. The another thing is, you have a very specialty in organizing the global events. You are master in the event management. The global events are there in Germany all the time. People are coming, exhibitions, chemical exhibition, car exhibition, going on. We are a population of 125 crore people, the huge population. If we can develop this type of thing here, there's a huge opportunity for this type of events. So this type of institutions, those who are organizing these events in Germany, they can come to India, they can organize, permanent they can organize here, and I'm sure that you will get a huge market here in India, huge market. How to take this forward, I'm sure that people like you can think about it.
That you are a very hardworking person, and we want to learn some experience from you. And my question is, how do you actually manage your daily life?
When you are very clear in your mind, when you know that what type of responsibility you have, how to fulfill this responsibility, how to achieve that goal, what are the ways and means, then time will follow you. Body will adjust it. In my case, my working hour average, I can say it is more than 14 hours average, and sometimes it is more than 18. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm dedicated for the yoga activity. For 1 hour I daily spare my time for my yoga activity. Then I start my work. I'm very organized person. I can't do anything unorganized way. I'm very, habitually I think even in a very organized way. It helps me a lot. At one time I can do 10, 15 activities. That's God gift. At the same time, I have developed myself into work in this way. I travel a lot. I meet the people. Since last 45 years, I'm a non-stop traveler. Since last 45 years. And because of the region, I know the pulse of the people, I know the ground reality. And so my decision-making process is very fast. I do not require to spend a lot of time to understand the things. And because of this reason, I don't feel any burden in my work. I'm always relaxed. I'm easily available to, I can talk to you with, I don't have any issue. I will not, I will not get even a single phone call. I'm available. The time is given to you, it is absolutely, this time is for you. This is my working style.
What's your intention or motivation to become a politician?
Actually, politician. And I never thought that I will be a politician. I never thought. My family background is very, I belong to a very poor family. And in my family, since last so many generations, no one was there in politics. Even in today, my brother or sister, no one is there in politics. I am only exceptional case. Actually, I wanted to do something for the society, for the people. So at the age of 17, I left my family. And then after I never went back to my family. For 30 years, I was working for the cause of the poor people. I was dedicated to the constructive activity for their well-being. But in 1989, few of my friends, they told me that you are a good orator, you have a time, why don't you do something for in the political field? Why don't you do the organizational activity? Because of this friend's pressure, I said, okay, I'll do some organizational activity. And I was totally dedicated for the organizational activity. I never run for the election. Even in the school, I never run for the school elections. So I was not interested at all. In 2001, we had an earthquake in Gujarat. And it was a massive earthquake. And the government was in a trouble. In this situation, suddenly I was told to take this responsibility. And that's why I'm in the office. Otherwise, temperamentally, I'm not a politician.
About the Indian society. Any idea?
Actually, what Gandhi said even in those times, he has said it is also relevant today. Like today, the whole humanity is facing a problem of the global warming. Environment issues are there. Gandhi's philosophy is a perfect solution to the global warming. Perfect solution for the environmental issues. He was living in the bank of the river Sabarmati. He was there in 1925, 90 years back. At that time, this river was full of water. And there was no shortage of the water at all. The population was also very less. And it was like a huge forest when that Mahatma Gandhi was staying there. His buildings were not there. Even at that time, if someone was giving him a water, he was always asking, don't give a full glass of water. Give a half glass of water. If I require more, I'll ask for the water. At that time, he was so conscious, don't waste water. The river was there, he was living on the bank of the river, but he never allowed to do that. So he was very conscious about the natural resources. And he was always talking about this nature, save the natural resources. These things are today more relevant. More relevant. Then we are facing the problem of terrorism. The whole world is facing the problem of terrorism. Gandhi was answer to it. He was talking about the non-violence, the peace. So even today, even after his assassination, after so many years, each and every word is relevant to, and not only for the India, but for the whole human society. And I'm sure that if you can have a time, the Gandhi film, which was directed Mr. Attenborough.
David
Yeah,
Attenborough, yes.
yes, we had also in Germany.
Yeah.
In
I've
Germany.
seen it several times.
I think some of
If the students can see this Gandhi film, you can have an idea how that man was. No one can believe that in this era, can this type of man on the earth is possible?
one more questions. I think we want to ask maybe anything.
India in the year 2020.
Actually, my focus is not 2020. 5 years. Gandhi will be 150 years. So my focus is when Gandhi will be 150 years birth anniversary. So we must plan for this 5 years. Then second thing is, after 8 years, India will be 75. Our independence was 1947. So after 8-9 years, we will be 75. So we must focus that when Indian independence will be 75, we should have a goal, what to achieve. And Gandhi 150, what we should dedicate to in the name of Gandhi to the human society in the country. So this should be the most inspiring occasions are there. The motivational period is there. So this is one thing which is there in my mind, not 2020. 2020 is easy to say. But for us, this is the inspiration. So we want to focus on this. In India, the 75 is a very important time frame. In our philosophy, it's called, say, Amruta Parva, which never die. Amrutam, which never die. So this is the basic philosophy in our mythology. So we want to celebrate that things. And for that, what should be our rules? Can we take up the cleanliness project? The whole, even in the rural area, our priority must be. Gandhi was dedicated to the cleanliness. Indian society, they are very much conscious about the personal hygiene, but they have not discipline in the social hygiene. You must have failed this and you must have a complaint also. So we want to do a balance in these two things. We have a dividend of this, our young. We have to focus on the skill development. The whole globe is in need of millions teachers. The world does not have a good teachers. We have a young generation. Basically, Indian community has a special type of talent. At one time, they can take care of 10, 15 subjects. You must have experience with Mr. Dinesh. So how can he thinks, how he can talk. So why we not send millions teachers we can export to the world? World nurses are not available. We have a young generation. We can train the nurses, we can export them, and they can do the good service to the society. So we have a demographic dividend. Can this dividend be useful to the whole human society in the world? We will focus on it. India is an agriculture country. We are a nation of the so small rural areas. Agriculture is our basic thing. India is capable enough to feed all of the Europe. But today we are not doing at all. Can we increase our productivity? And we can do this. In next 20-25 years, there will be a boom in the tourism sector. There is a scope for the $3 trillion business is there in the tourism sector. India has lot to give to the world. You have seen, everywhere you will see the heritage, so many things you will see. From this country, you will find something new. And we have to. So there is a huge potential for the service sector, particularly tourism. So these are the areas where we are going to focus.
Okay, I think.
One I have request. We have a Mahatma Mandir here. We have in Gandhi, some 3 kilometers away from here. There are very good Gandhi museum. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Oliver Schuster. I'm a master's student at Hof University.
How is your experience of Gujarat?
I'm quite impressed. It's actually, I've been to Cairo before, and I was expecting something similar to Cairo. And yeah, when we arrived in Gujarat, everything was different. Everything was different from what I expected. Gujarat is quite clean. Gujarat is nice. It's not that loud. And yeah, we're really having a really good time here. So.
Especially what do you find different in Gujarat from the states or the places you have visited so far?
Yes, it's a very interesting community in Gujarat. Like the people are all very nice. Depending, like it doesn't depend whether the tuk-tuk driver or the people like standing in the side of the street or people in the shops. They're all very nice and kind, and that's something I haven't experienced before in my life.
What is your feeling after meeting Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Narendra Modi?
Yeah, I can say I hope he becomes the new president, because I think he got a special aura, and I think yeah, he might be the right man for this country.
you evaluate your entire tour to Gujarat?
Yeah, unfortunately it's way too short. Like we would have needed a couple more weeks to explore everything in Gujarat. So yeah, I hope to have the possibility to come back again soon.
My name is Martin. I'm studying at Hof University, International Management, and we're staying a week here in Gujarat with our professors to explore the country and to see enterprises and Indian universities.
How is your experience of Gujarat so far?
As I've already stayed half a year in Karnataka in Bengaluru, I can compare that I have to admit it is more developed than Karnataka. In terms of infrastructure, we didn't have any problems with power, and also the roads and the streets are better developed, less potholes, and I think your president or the chief minister has done a very good job when it comes to infrastructure, and this might be a major stimulus to improve the economy all over the country as well.
Especially what do you find different in Gujarat from other states?
Of course, the culture is very different. As we already know, it's the whole country of India is like the continent of Europe. It's so much diversity, but it's really impressive to me that they manage to form one whole country and to work on a common objective to become one of the leading nations all over Asia, and to really participate in developing the world and the continent.
What is your feeling after meeting the Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Narendra Modi?
He's a very smart, humble guy, and I think that's one of the core issues of leadership. You have to focus and not to confuse other things. He has some certain points he wants to accomplish, and I think, yeah, he might be the right man, as he also refers to every time, or he refers to aspects when he mentioned the Gandhi's. Can I rephrase this? Okay. Okay. Mr. Modi, I think, is...
Lena P, and I'm studying international management at Hof University in Germany.
How is your experience of Gujarat so far?
So far, it has been a great experience for me. It's my first time to Asia and India, and yes, it has been very impressive how the culture is different to the German culture, and it's quite impressive to experience all the differences in infrastructure, education. But as we visited IIM and Nirma University yesterday, it's really great to see how the education system develops here in India, and this shows also the future competitiveness of the Indian society.
What do you find especially different in Gujarat from the other parts of this country or the states you have visited so far?
So far, since I've never been to India, it's difficult to answer this question. But compared to Western countries I've visited so far, for instance, the United States, it's really different, and especially with regard to infrastructure and the healthcare system, there are huge differences.
What's your feeling after meeting Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Narendra Modi?
It has been a great experience, and I'm very impressed, and I'm sure that he will be the next Prime Minister in India, especially his vision for the next years, and his efforts he will undertake to improve the infrastructure, healthcare system, as well as the education system, will help Gujarat and yeah, entire India to further improve and yeah, compete with other countries in India and as well as the entire world.
Would you like to associate with Gujarat in future? If so, particularly in which sector?
I guess I would, yeah.
Like travel or education or work or whatever.
Okay, I guess I would maybe work in the finance sector, since my specialization is finance and controlling, and the financial market is already very deregulated and liberal here, so I guess it would be a great experience to, yeah, to participate in this development.
Thank you.
Hello India, hello everybody. My name is Franz Boos. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Business of Hof University in Bavaria. And we are glad to be here in Gujarat.
How is your experience in Gujarat so far, sir?
Oh, the experience of Gujarat is very, very good. It's very, very fine. Already, if we arrived here at airport, the transport system inside the city was very, very easy, and I think everything was very fine, because in former days I worked for the Bavarian government in the transport infrastructure area, and so we could arrive very well here and went in very, very easy with the bus. And this was immediately from the beginning a very fine, a very good experience.
What do you find different in Gujarat from other parts of the states you have visited so far, or the country you have visited so far?
Yes. 1.5 years ago, I traveled for 3 weeks in India. For example, I stayed in Tamil Nadu, I stayed in Kerala, and I stayed also in Karnataka. And I saw several very big cities like Bengaluru, Mangaluru, Mysore, Coimbatore, Delhi, and I also went to Shimla, but Shimla is different. Shimla is not a big city. And so, compared with Gujarat, let me say about Gujarat, my impression is that Gujarat, especially my interest, traffic infrastructure, seemed to be very, very well developed. I think roads are better. Your rapid bus system seems wonderful. I wish we can have such a perfect system like you have in Bavaria. It's so quick, it's so fast, and everything is very, very clean. And also, your people are very friendly to us. And car drivers, I think, are much more disciplined and much more silent compared with the other Indian cities. And I told it already to Modi Sahib that I have the feeling in my heart. I was born in Germany near the Swiss border, and I think that Gujarat is a kind of Switzerland in Asia and in India.
What is your feeling after meeting Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Narendra Modi?
Oh, it was a real deep impression to see that father of nation, Gujarat. For me, he seemed to be very inspired, and my impression was that he had clear ideas what is good for Gujarat, what is good for India, and also, that's important, he also thinks about what is good for the whole world, for the whole human society. And I think he had his focus on the big subjects: energy, education, and health and infrastructure. And I think, I hope, and I believe that we will be, that he can be a wonderful and very inspired Prime Minister for whole India.